So today we're talking about waves some more. First thing we're going to do is take some notes in our science notebook. So we're going to title this Waves. Okay, and then the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a drawing of a wave in our notebook. So I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to make it kind of a fat wave, kind of a big. I'm trying to make them all about the same size. If they're not perfect, that's okay. Okay, then we're going to take a dotted line and just kind of put it in the middle in between these waves like this. Okay. All right, so the dotted line, you'll see what that's for. It's just kind of like to hold our place or that type of thing. Okay, so first thing you're going to know is if you had to describe a wave to someone who can't see it, here are some of the properties you could use to describe it. So first of all, it has a repeating pattern, right? It has a repeating pattern. It goes up and then goes down, up and down, up and down. Repeating pattern. It has high points. All of these are high points. And they are actually called peaks, P-E-A-K-S. Okay, so high points are called peaks. It also has low points. All of these down here are called troughs, T-R-O-U-G-H. So it's got high points and it's got low points. So waves have three properties. I'm going to make new notes down here. Properties of waves. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to put is the word amplitude, A-M-P-L-I-T-U-D-E. Amplitude is how high the wave is from the center line. How high the wave is from the center line to the top or bottom of the trough, to the top of the peak or bottom of the trough, to the top of the peak or the bottom of the trough. Okay, so that's our definition for amplitude. So that means how high, this is the center line right here. This is the center line. So the amplitude is how high it is up to here from the center line to how low it is from the center line. So to the peak, down to the trough. Okay? All right, so that is the word amplitude. So we have already annotated the word amplitude. Okay, so we're going to annotate our word, peak. So now we're going to put on here amplitude. Okay, so this from here to here, amplitude. Okay, so that again is from here to here, from here to here, from here to here, from here to here. That is amplitude. It indicates, so the amplitude indicates the amount of energy in the wave. It shows, I'm going to say shows, the amount of energy in the wave. Okay, put a little bullet out in front of that. Okay, if you need more time, you can pause the video, but I'm going to go ahead and go on. Okay, so I need a new sheet because I'm writing too big. Next thing we're talking about is the wavelength. The wavelength. And so the wavelength is the distance from one wave peak to the next peak. or you could say from one trough to another trough. So we're going to draw our beautiful little wave again, trying to make it the same size. Try to make all the waves the same size. We're going to draw our center line. Okay, and so we know that this is the amplitude right here from the middle line to the peak. That is our amplitude. But a wavelength, so a wavelength, if we had to describe it, it would be from here to here. Okay, so this is our wavelength. GTH. So from the peak to the peak, that is our wavelength. Okay? One wavelength is one wave cycle. One wavelength is one wave cycle. All right? So now we're going to talk about frequency. So I'm turning my page again. If you run out of room, you can turn your page too. Okay, so frequency. Frequency. Frequency, I'm pretty sure you've already heard this word before. But what it means is how many cycles, LES, how many cycles a wave makes in a period of time. And that time is usually 1 second. 1 second. Okay, so we're going to draw one more wavelength, but this one's going to be a little bit shorter. So we're going to go like this. See how much taller and skinnier my wavelengths are this time. Okay, all right, so now I'm going to make my center line. Okay, so we know that one wavelength goes from here to here. Okay, so that's one wavelength. We know from here to here is our amplitude, correct? We know this is called our peak, and this is called our trough. Okay, and so this is a high frequency wave. The first one we had was a low frequency wave. And it says a high frequency wave, the arm would go up and down very fast. Low frequency, your arm would go up and down very slow. Okay, so now it's time to watch the video that I have attached with this.